they switched up like their hygienist now, and every time you go in, I feel like I'm going to get an oil change.
Really?
And they're like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. I'm like, this wasn't wrong 6 months ago. Like, something changed here in the past few years, because like when I went in, he'd just dap me up, hey, you're all good, see you next time, thanks for the tickets, let me know if you need anything. And then he just brought in like a whole new set of hygienists, and every time you go in now, it's like, well, you need this done, you need this done, you need this done on top of that as well too. And I'm like, really? Because I didn't.
Yeah, well, to speak to that, the same thing happened to me. I was going to an old dentist, and that old dentist that I really liked got replaced by a new dentist. So I stayed in network, and he did the same thing. You need all this work, all this change. I'm like, that's weird. So I got a second opinion, and this really experienced dentist, he's like, you ever heard, offering to get stuff done for the sake of the business? Like, you don't need it, but it definitely helps my business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's so funny is you talk to some of these seniors too. I know I had a guy that I was going through because he needed a deep cleaning, and that was like what they recommended to me too. And I asked him, and I go, did they recommend one for your wife too? And he was like, yeah. I was like, huh, that's weird. It was about the same time. This is like a year ago or so. But at the same time where they recommended like a deep cleaning. Then I was talking to somebody else, and they were like, yeah, they said I need a deep cleaning done. And I go, when was this? And they were like, it was about a year ago. And then I talked to like a handful of other people that had all these deep cleanings, and I go, what's the common denominator here? And I was telling one of the guys, because we had to look at like the billing and stuff like that, and we had a really long conversation, but I was telling him about it. I go, look, I've been running into multiple people where they're suggesting these deep cleanings every 4 months where you have to go back and everything. He goes, I wonder if there was some type of conference.
Oh, God.
And all these dudes came together, and they're like, guess what? It's deep cleaning season.
Right.
I go, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You don't think they don't? Okay, first off, we go to insurance conferences, and everyone talks about, well, this is what you can combo with and all this other. You don't think that at the dental conferences they aren't talking about, or even the medical conferences, they aren't talking about approved billing and things that you can get in there to bundle in practice, bundle inside of your own practice different services that you can get more profit off of. That's the whole reason you would go to a conference. It's not just to learn, like, here's how you do an unlimited post install. No,
Right.
they can watch it on YouTube now.
Right.
It's all business.
It's all business.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's the thing, like, when you're dealing with this, and people think that, like, this is a weird tangent to go off of, and it's not. Because these are the same things that your client goes through.
Oh, yeah.
We are ultimately the avatars of our clients. We might be a little younger, but we go through the similar stuff with our own health care. And that's why people... I don't understand why people always default to wanting to bring up dental before they bring up final expense, because it's like, everyone's like, yeah, I need dental coverage, but I hate the concept of dental coverage. So you're having a conversation where like, I really need dental. And they're like, but I really don't want it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you really need final expense. And
Right.
you really want to take care of those people that are taking care of you. And that's a far easier, like that came from your innovation right there. That was just game changing.